From childhood, men are handed a lie. You are taught that if you are endlessly kind, always available, and constantly giving, you will earn a woman's love. Yet the men who follow this script watch their efforts turn to ash. They are entirely forgotten. Attraction operates on a paradox. While pleasing someone might earn a temporary smile, becoming unforgettable requires psychological control. You are aiming for a level of influence that dictates how she perceives your value. Centuries ago, Niccolo Machiavelli documented an uncomfortable truth about human nature. He wrote that it is much safer to be feared than loved. This fear has absolutely nothing to do with physical violence, control, or raising your voice. Exploding in anger is a profound weakness, and women can smell it immediately. When love is freely given, without challenge, it loses its weight. It becomes safe, predictable background noise. Genuine attraction demands the psychological gravity that only comes from strict boundaries. The fear Machiavelli spoke of is the psychological dread of losing a man who cannot be controlled. When a powerful man faces disrespect, he does not argue. He doesn't explain his worth or beg for a compromise. He simply withdraws, letting his total silence teach the lesson. Women obsess over the man who does not need their love to feel complete. Without the genuine risk of loss, respect dissolves, and love becomes lazy. Female attraction does not begin with logic. A woman isn't analyzing your noble intent or deep values. She is scanning your energy. She watches your posture and your tone when you are put under pressure. Machiavelli's blueprint requires a powerful man to be both a lion and a fox. Operating at extremes fails. The purely forceful lion is easily provoked and looks unstable. The clever fox has charm but no spine. True power fuses cold calculation with unmoving presence. When she sees strength in your stillness and calculation in your silence, she cannot predict you. That mystery hooks the human mind far deeper than any explanation ever could. You control a narrative by dividing her world. Instead of arguing her beliefs directly, you plant a small, playful suggestion and let her argue with herself. This relies on operant conditioning, a psychological principle where behavior is shaped by the exact timing of rewards and punishments. Think of it as the casino effect. When she crosses a boundary, the punishment is a clean, cold withdrawal. There is no guilt tripping, there is no teaching. You simply remove your presence entirely, leaving her alone with her own thoughts. The reward only arrives when she shows genuine warmth and respect. You give her a rare, earned compliment, and then you pull back, keeping her hungry for your validation. This entire cycle trains her nervous system. Humans do not obsess over what is guaranteed. They obsess over the rewards they have to carefully navigate to earn. While average men are distracted by physical beauty, the Machiavellian man observes behavior. He tracks the subtle shifts in her voice and posture to see exactly when she drops her mask. You wait for the perfect opening, and you drop one clean, emotionless line that names the truth she is hiding. You expose the facade without asking for her approval. Then you vanish. You don't stay for praise. You don't wait for reactions. You deliver the truth and leave. This abrupt absence creates a massive psychological void. The human mind cannot tolerate a void, so her brain starts spinning out of control, replaying the moment to figure out what she missed. By withdrawing your presence at the exact moment of your highest impact, you force her imagination to do the work. Predictable availability kills desire, but calculated absence amplifies it. These frameworks target the internal narrative she carries about herself. By refusing to chase, you rewrite the role she expects a man to play, occupying a space in her thoughts that other men cannot reach. As Sigmund Freud noted, emotional memory shapes desire. People crave the exact things that mark them emotionally. She encounters a man who challenges her core beliefs, sets a hard standard, and actually follows through by walking away when it's crossed. This shift in her history remains long after you've left. By refusing to conform to her expectations, you become a ghost of unfinished meaning. You force your way into her history as an unerasable chapter. These are precise psychological structures designed to bypass logic and flip the switches that dictate pure craving. Average men are addicted to external approval, performing endlessly for a scrap of attention. The Machiavellian man builds his gravity through a devastating silent presence. If you are done playing the game like everyone else, and you are ready to master the dark psychology of emotional dominance, subscribe to Victory Mind. Control begins here.